arrived.
Hey, Maurice and Odie gonna take over like Zach and Cody. Black and Snurdy is the best podcast. Gonna boom like Wile E. Coyote. Gonna make magic, they move like they hairy. Ain't talking about mental health, no, it's not scary. You know that she coming up with the astrology. Mo got a comic and that's the best policy. Maurice the GOAT, talking about animation cause you know. Odie, she moving wavy like the boat. Watching some movies and she taking notes. Yeah, kick back, listen. Black and Snurdy have risen. Upload on a mission. 5 stars, never dissing. Black and Snurdy, ooh. Black and Snurdy, yeah. Black and Snurdy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black and Snurdy podcast, the only podcast where two black sexy nerds or snurds get together and shoot the shit. I, of course, am Mo, aka Kid Licorish.
And I'm Odie.
And together we are the aforementioned Snurds here for episode 122 of the Black and Snurdy podcast. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm feeling. I'm really tired right now. That's only because I'm kind of in like a food coma.
Mm-hmm.
I went.
You had a lot to eat.
Yeah, I went to one of my friends from from high school's baby shower.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, Vicky, and Marlon.
Marlon is the husband?
Mm-hmm, they came to our holiday party. He was the one that gave us the that drink.
Oh, okay. All right. The green one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
And so it was beautiful. She's Haitian, he's Jamaican, so the food was delicious. I love when the diaspora gets together in both harmony and in the kitchen. Because it always turns out delicious.
Yes. Our throats are probably kind of a little bit shot. Because yesterday we went to the Usher concert.
Yeah.
And just like I called it, I said he was going to end on yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I looked at Amity. She looked at me and she was like, yeah, you called it. I was like, yep, exactly, because that's the biggest hit. It was a fantastic show all the way around. I can admit this now to you. My anxieties were like going haywire.
Oh, I know.
Okay, because
Barclays,
it was a combination of the amount of people that we were surrounded by, that's just in any sort of event that you go to that's like a stadium or a large concert. And that's fine. I already mentally prepared myself for that. I'd never been to the Barclays Center, and so I didn't realize how steep the seating is like in that section.
The thing about Barclays that's different from Madison Square Garden is the way the seats are. It's like at Madison, you could be high up, but you're still kind of like, I don't know, flat. Yeah. So you don't necessarily see as much, whereas like we were high up, but we still saw everything. We saw
everything. And the way the seating, it's almost kind of narrow. Yeah. While also being steep at the same time. Because yeah, exactly. Like it was basically we had to stand because if we were sitting, we would be hitting somebody's knees in the back of our head, which happened to me a bunch of times. So, shout out to that lady who kept hitting me in the back of the head.
She spilled her drink on me at one point, and then her friend made her sit down.
Yeah.
They were from the Bronx, and for some reason, I don't know, they thought we had some sort of vibe. Because when they were leaving, they were like, bye. And I was like, oh, okay, bye.
I said, yeah, bye. Like, I thought she was just like, hey, like, you won't have to feel my knee in the back of your head anymore. Bye.
No, the Usher concert was really good. What did you think about the AI ushers?
Well, first off, there was three. It was a picture of 4, and there was 3 AI ushers. The baby one didn't even speak. Yeah, which is
the kind
upsetting.
Of teenish one, young teen, just dipped out.
Yeah,
and then the young adult one was like talking to him and saying how proud he was. I understand the story.
It's creepy.
It's trying to pull together.
It's creepy. It's
about
creepy.
like because at the beginning he was like. He had went into the future and it was like, what if they were asking something about his dad, like if he had retired at 23, and he was just like talking about, he didn't really finish saying anything, and then the rest of the concert was kind of piecing together the story of how he wants to be the dad he didn't have to his kids, and even though he hasn't been proud of everything he's done as a man, he's proud of what he's done as a father. So I appreciate that. I think that we were saying before, Usher and Beyonce, as far as performers, singers, artists, I think are very on par with each other because of the time that they came out and the people that they like. This was a very Michael Jackson coded
performance. Yeah.
Between the outfits, the choreography, the singing, like all of it was very interactive. Muni Long was there, who sings that song Twin. Where have you been? Nobody knows you like
She was there?
That's the one that was in the green that he brought up with the strippers.
Oh, I thought okay.
Victoria Monet was next to her.
Oh,
she had on the pink jumpsuit.
I guess I'm revealing myself, and I have not seen Victoria Monet, not in person,
real
but
life,
I also I guess I haven't seen any of her performances or music videos because I didn't clock her.
Mm-hmm.
Like
she looked a little different.
I clocked that he said like, "Hey, it's Victoria Monet." I was just like, "Okay, cool." I just assumed that she was the one in the green. And also, I thought Victoria Monet sang that song. Nobody Dude, so who sings that?
Money Long.
Money Long.
Muni Long.
Okay, Monet Long.
Yeah.
Or Money Long, whatever.
Yeah. But she, Usher brought her up to have, he brought Atlanta to Barclays. He had some strippers throwing Usher Bucks at them.
Yes.
Do you remember a few years ago how pissed off those strippers
they found out that it was actually Usher Bucks?
Because the thing is, like,
we talked about it on the show.
Okay, because it's like, I understand him sending these Usher Bucks, because obviously you're imitating.
He's promoting his show.
But you need to tell me that ahead of time, so I'm not getting hyped up. Because I don't even think it was a concert he had. I think he was at a strip club.
Yeah, he was. I think
Usher Bucks.
Was he performing at the strip club? Or?
I don't even think so. I think he went to the strip club, and the strippers were all excited. First of all, the strippers are always going to get excited if there's a big baller in there. Like, any kind of rapper, singer, artist, whatever, they're going to be like, oh, let's make sure we're getting them. They want to get around the money. Mm-hmm. So I'm wasting my time on you when there are other men here who could have been spending dollars.
Imagine wasting your time on Usher.
On a fucking Usher Bucks.
That's crazy. That's
you
wild.
remind me of my overdraft bank account is what you remind me of, Usher.
You know who's got it bad? My in the negative account. I've got it bad.
So no, it was good. It was
really
good.
You're on the phone with customer service because your bank's overdrawn.
He randomly bought out Jim Jones to sing Ballin.
Yeah, I knew that there was. Oh damn! I told my friends that I went to see Usher, and I was like, there were no guests. I was like, oh man, I forgot that Jim Jones was there. I mean, look, if you're gonna have somebody from New York represent, I guess you could, Jim Jones is fine. Jim Jones is fine.
Yeah.
It would have been cool. Well, then it would have been a whole Dipset thing. I was about to say, if you had Killer Cam or
yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah, but Jim Jones is the perfect guy because he doesn't have a lot of songs, so he could just get in, do Ballin', and then get the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm. Because it's Usher's stage. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's why he chose Jim Jones.
Maybe a lower profile.
Yeah, somebody with a lower profile so that he wouldn't be upstage.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, what about, the Locks or something, Jadakiss or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I and I had a sneaky suspicion that it was gonna be somebody from Dipset when he was just like, Brooklyn in the house, yeah, Bronx in the house, yeah, Harlem in the house. I'm like, Harlem, why are you? I mean, I get why you're shouting out Harlem, but what? Oh, that's because it's Jim Jones. Okay,
yeah,
Jim Jones.
Then he went into the Ballin' song.
Yeah.
No, he did a great job. It was my first time.
Usher did a great job.
Sounded
digging
good.
in his pants.
He was digging in his pants.
Yeah, boy,
I
oh boy.
The scene, the set design was really good.
Yeah, it was.
It was reminiscent of his old videos. He was making it all work. It looked really good.
I was impressed that him and all the other dancers on the stage were able to choreograph all that shit while in roller skates.
Oh, the the rollerblading.
That was so cool.
Like the dancing around the stage, and sometimes the stage was moving.
Yeah, the stage was moving while they were rollerblading, or roller skating. I think it was skating because they had the four.
Yeah.
They had the four.
But I love that. I'm like, the way that Beyonce can do it in heels and water and splashing around, he can do it on the rollerblades.
Yeah.
Who else is doing that besides Lady Gaga,
I would like to see a versus of Usher versus Beyonce.
I think that would do.
I think that would be.
They're the only ones who I think the verses don't have to be like, just women and like gendered. Mix it up.
Did Usher do a versus at all?
I don't think he did.
Okay, yeah, because I
don't think he did.
Because I was like, how, like, whoever he goes up against, like, how are you gonna, how do you go up against? Yeah,
the only person who could do it, I think, would be Beyonce.
Yeah. Never mind. I remember they were pushing for Chris Brown.
But no, Chris Brown's. First of all, you have to talk about when Beyonce and Usher, even though they came out, like Usher was definitely out like 4 or 5 years in the mainstream before Destiny's Child came out, but they were crafted in the same arena. Chris Brown, regardless of not talking about anything that he's done or not done, he comes after them. There would be no Chris Brown without Usher.
Yeah.
So you can't have them go back to back.
It's a generational thing.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah.
The same way you wouldn't have Beyonce going against Patti LaBelle. Like, why would you have... Like, that just doesn't work. It needs to be
Beyonce
on
will blow
par.
Patti LaBelle out the water. And you know you want to say that, but you feel like it's sacrilegious to say that against Patti LaBelle.
I'm going to say that Patti LaBelle is an amazing singer, artist.
Okay, all right.
All that performer, and she's an icon. And
yes, she is an icon.
Also an icon, and I will not say anything else more.
Okay,
than that.
all right,
I
fair
love
enough.
both of them.
Fair enough. How about we? If you can, go see Usher live. That's the main point of what we're trying to say. If you can,
because he did and there was no impressionists. This was actually him the whole time. Because I think was it L.A.? They were saying they were accusing Usher of putting a body double, like pulling a what's the guy with the mask of Doom?
MF Doom.
They were accusing
that would
him.
be cool. I would love nothing more than to be like to. If I had talent.
Akon said he used to do that with his brother. He would send his brother, and they didn't really like. I guess there was like, there's these African guys, and they weren't really thinking about it, and they never really, and they're not even like twins or anything. They just kind of look alike and sound alike.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into the pop culture segment, we should probably tone it down a little bit and pay some respects, because right now it is our RIPs. And here we go. And this week, unfortunately, we have lost. We were just talking about this last week with Fat Man Scoop, like people who haven't gotten their flowers and they really should get their flowers.
And just dying too young.
Yes.
Rich Homie Quan, only 34 years old, passed away this week. Honestly, I'm still like just shocked and dismayed, like, because I feel like this is someone who we like kind of like grew up with in the sense of like, I think his first song might have came out when we were in college.
I think so.
It was like senior year or something, because I remember all the frats and the sororities used to dance to it.
Yeah.
And it was always obviously homecoming. Like, and then even after that, every homecoming you were hearing him. And he just was like, I feel like
we listened to him while we were in the club on the show.
Yeah, we did. They played him a few times.
They played him. Yeah.
It's just sad. Only 34 years old. There was alleged. Excuse me. Sorry. NPR doesn't have a cause of death. It was alleged online that it may have been drug related. But of course, I mean, if his family has not, his father spoke to NPR. His father, Corey Lamar, he didn't confirm a cause of death or give one. So, I mean, it's just, I feel for his family and his friends and everyone who knew him, you know, and his label and everything. He just, you know, he may not have been somebody who people were like, oh, we're playing him everywhere, but he definitely, I think he influenced a lot of people's sound.
Yeah, I think he did. He was definitely a major influence.
He was a hit maker.
Yeah, he made a number of hits. I still, for the life of me, can't sing. Is it called Lifestyle? Like,
yeah.
I don't know the lyrics. It's but yeah.
I mean, my hitter type of way. I mean, there's, and this obviously the song.
Oh yeah, I know your song. I know the song you're referring to.
Just shout out to you, Rich Homie Quan.
You're gonna be remembered.
You'll be remembered forever.
You will be remembered
because your music, your songs, your hits are gonna be played in our old folks' homes.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be played at weddings. They're gonna be playing them at birthdays, at funerals, everywhere to celebrate because his music brought joy. So, shout out to you, to Rich Homie Quan. Shout out to Atlanta. I know they are hurting. Atlanta keeps losing rappers. It's like every few years.
It's unfortunate.
Please take care of yourself.
You know, take care of yourself. Drink water. Eat your sups, and just do what you can to stay on this side.
And if it this is nothing about. We don't know if it was drug induced.
We have no idea what the cause was.
This is not that to tell people not to do drugs. 'Cause obviously, people are going to do drugs, but like fentanyl and all these.
Just be aware. Just be aware.
These drugs. They have testing strips. They have Narcan in case someone accidentally overdoses or something. So just be mindful of that, and act accordingly. Because if you can afford a drug, a pill, a powder, whatever, you can afford to get some fentanyl strips.
Yes.
To protect yourself and the people in your community.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go into pop topics?
I believe we are.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick?
Pop topics. All right, so where are we going to start with this? And by the way, I just, quote unquote, cleaned my glasses, and unfortunately, I just made things a whole lot worse.
What did you do?
I rubbed my glasses.
Is there one in here? I feel like there might be.
No, there isn't. There's one right there, but it's over there.
Okay.
One of us would have to get up and go get it. And no one's doing that. So I guess I'll just look foggily into the camera.
It's like what is it now? Edgar Allan Poe poem.
The Telltale Cloth. The Telltale.
The Telltale Cloth.
Should that be an episode title?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. You know what I was randomly watching the other day? The
Is it Telltale Cloth?
A telltale cloth? A telltale. The
telltale? The telltale?
Telltale.
Is it telltale? What is the fucking Edgar?
The telltale heart.
The telltale. There it is. The telltale heart. Okay.
That's what I said.
No, you said the telltale heart.
And then I said initially. The telltale.
Okay.
There was too many tells. It's a
yeah.
What is that? Not onomatopoeia. Alliteration.
Yeah, alliteration.
Too much going on.
Telltale Cloth.
Speaking of too much going on, in wrestling news and just general jerkosaurs of the universe news, Hulk Hogan was on a podcast with, it looks like that Logan Paul.
Yeah, I think he was on Logan Paul's podcast,
which I believe is on Fadeaway Media.
Yeah, it's Impulsive.
Yes. And they were talking about, his past controversies.
No, like keep vamping.
They were talking about,
I didn't add the video.
His past controversies with his racism. If you don't remember, a few years ago, he something about his daughter dating a black guy leaked, and he was recorded.
Oh no, he was recorded being racist,
saying like he'd rather he'd rather her die than her date a nigger.
Yeah.
Do I have to bleep that out? Can that be said? Or
No, the N-word's fine.
So the N-word's fine. They don't care about that one.
Yeah.
Can't talk about being SVU'd, but you can talk about.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's just what it is.
He said that, obviously. I think he also, in the past few years, has endorsed Trump. He also has just had other slew of, like, scandals related to him being a jerk. I have not seen scandals related to, like, any sort of, like, being a sex pest or anything like that. But he just has been an asshole. So he's on this podcast. They're asking him about this. And this is what he has to say about the fans' reaction to him, and how most fans, like, he went from being the lovable Slim Jim guy to being persona non grata.
Macho Man was the Slim Jim guy.
Oh shoot! What did he have?
He had
the Mr. Stretch. Well, that was Macho Man Randy Savage too.
No. What are you talking about? Hulk Hogan just he was an icon. He was a Hollywood and a wrestling icon. And that's Macho Man.
Because he was better. I'm sorry. He's more memorable. I don't remember anything about him except for his stupid fucking mustache.
He was
and his fake tan. That's
when Hulkamania he had Hulkamania.
Okay.
Yeah, Hulkamania was running wild. But yeah, this is just listen to what he had to say.
If Chris Benoit can do the crap he did and the fans still love him, they're very forgiving. I've made some major mistakes in my personal life, and they're very, very forgiving, but they forgive you. But
first off, nobody has forgiven Chris Benoit for what he did. Chris Benoit, unfortunately, even if his brain was mush because of all the chair shots and all the flying headbutts and everything like that, he was a fucking monster who killed his fucking family, and nobody has forgiven him for that. That's why WWE doesn't even promote anything that Chris Benoit has done throughout his entire wrestling career, is because what he did was so monstrously fucked up that nobody like, his wrestling is overshadowed by the very real harm that he did to his wife and child.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the reason why people might be able to empathize and still talk about Chris Benoit monstrous act is that understanding that he was not acting on, these were not his intentions. This was an unfortunate situation that the trauma that his body went through, and the drugs he felt pressured to take, and all that to keep himself in the limelight, to keep his family afloat, etc., and like to be the best wrestler he could. Unfortunately, the consequences of those actions created this terrible situation. Now, I, of course, don't it's hard to say, oh, I forgive him. I understand what happened, but that is in no way meaning that I want to go give him a medal. I want there to be legislation or whatever acts in place to make sure no other player or wrestler goes through this. The same way when you talk about those football players who get very violent after they've retired and are attacking their wives. They had a whole documentary on them.
They had a whole movie with Will Smith and his terrible Nigerian accent about the
concussion.
About the whole thing. CTE is very real, and it affected Chris Benoit, and you understand what happened.
You can empathize that he wasn't like somebody who's literally just taking a gun and choosing to do something harmful. But at the end of the day, it's still it is not up to us to forgive him. That is up to his family. He has a son now. I've watched that documentary. His son I thought that it was a very well done documentary. I think it was called The Dark Side of Wrestling.
Yeah, Dark Side of Wrestling, yeah.
His son was talking about he doesn't want his father's legacy to just be that because there were so many other factors, which I think is very true. But Hulk Hogan is equating himself to this situation is like, these are two different things.
It's very true that it's two different things. And mind you, Hulk Hogan, you may have gotten hit in the head with a chair one or twice or many times before. It has to be that, because if you think that people are going to forgive you for your blatant racism and the dumb shit, like he was just on some sort of tour thing and he got rid of the black women that were working for him.
He had like hired these women influencers to come and like promote his beer. One of the girls, he had a huge following. She goes there. She had signed all this paperwork, blah, blah, blah. She gets there. She does well. She has like one photo with him compared to the other women influencers. She did really well in her selling or whatever thing she was supposed to be doing. And then the next day she was cut, and it was supposed to be like a multi-day or whatever situation. And she was the only black girl and the only one that was cut. And it was just like, these things keep happening. So it's not like this happened in the past.
Yeah, he has and
change.
Not to mention that, like, he may have apologized, but he also said, like, his apology rang false because it was more so that he felt sorry that he got caught.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So, like, sorry. And how the fuck you... This is what I don't understand about Hulk Hogan, and after this we can move the fuck on. How the fuck can you make a career out of saying brother all the fucking time and then hate black people? Ain't that some shit? You got that shit from us. And all of a sudden you just hate us. Fuck off. Fuck off, Hulk Hogan.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So, have you heard about this new Dame Dash 50 Cent beef?
No, I didn't. I think I vaguely heard about the beef that's going around.
So I think like last week, 50 Cent basically was on this show and he was saying that Dame Dash didn't have any money. So Dame Dash.
Well, yeah, that's because Dame Dash recently had to sell his liquidate a bunch of stuff because he owed money, and he had to give up the rights to Reasonable Doubt, I think, or Rockefeller or something.
He's had some issues over the years.
Yeah.
So Dame Dash has been going back and forth with him. Like 50 Cent's a troll.
Yeah, 50 Cent is
he's always been a troll.
Yeah.
So, they're going back and forth. Now, things took a turn the other day because Dame was on, I think, live. I don't know, IG Live or whatever. And he had a little mishap. Can you show the first video of the mishap?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would get with homie. If he want to work, we could work. I'm never mad at generals linking up. So, again, I wouldn't even have acknowledged him if I didn't think he was worthy of an opponent. A lot of niggas talk shit. I don't acknowledge him, but 50. Oh, yeah, let's go. I want to see. I want to know how real it is. I want to see your television network. I want to see you direct a movie. I want to see your clothing line. I want to see if you're the real deal. Just see if I'm the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold on. Oh, God. Here, talk.
Okay, yeah, that was funny. His teeth just fucking popped out.
Now, there's nothing wrong with wearing dentures or anything like that. But when you are in an argument with somebody, especially somebody like 50, you just can't allow these sort of hijinks to occur.
Yeah.
It'll
be used against you so hard.
Oh, the internet. It wasn't even 50. 50 did. He tweeted out, "Wow, your man's teeth fell out of his mouth. LOL. What a week. Gilly Kid, you and Wallow 267 owe me, man. LMAO." So now 50 had said that, but it was mostly the backlash and the trolling he was getting from just Twitter to be like, why are your teeth falling out on the timeline? Like, this is confusing.
Did he sneeze? Like, or
I don't even know. It might have been,
was he? You know how like sometimes like you'll laugh and then something will get caught in your throat. Like, I wonder if there was that kind of motion, because literally like all he did was just go like, and his teeth
feel like they were just loose,
flung out of his mouth.
I feel like they were loose. You have to keep whatever.
Well, that's why you got to use that denture cream in order to place it on your gums.
Now. Dame Dash spoke out and he said he wanted to clear things up.
Yeah, he had a response video. Here we go.
Obviously, I feel like I need to address the teeth. First of all, they're not yet. Sorry about that. First of all, shit is not dentures. These are my grills, right? And what happened was, I have to go get implants put in. So I have implants, and I got them 20 years ago. And every 20 years, you got to switch them out. So I have to do a surgery, oral. And the fucked up shit is, once they do it, and yeah, so I'm gonna show you a look. Okay, I go. So that's what happened, the prints. But I thought it was hilarious.
All right, look, you got dentures. It's just call a spade a spade.
I didn't know that you need to redo implants after 20 years.
See, that's why all these medical things, like, it's not permanent. Like, I don't respect the medical
they have to file
tradition.
Down your teeth to put it in there. It's not like you're just getting a cap or something. You gotta file down my teeth.
That's why I don't want to do anything with my teeth.
Just
like or like get. I want to get grills, but like clearly I don't want to get grills like that where they have to pull my teeth out.
Yeah, plop out. Yeah, exactly. Those are because he has. But when he's talking about implants, were those grill implants or just teeth? He has teeth implants.
I think he has teeth implants.
I know that. What's his name? Lil Wayne. His grills are permanent.
Yeah. Yeah, which is really dumb. Which is a really dumb thing.
How
do you do that?
Of cleaning them is the question.
Yeah.
People have been wearing grills forever. This is not a new thing. But how are you cleaning your teeth? I mean, I'm just confused about that. But either way, hey, Dame Dash, you say you have all this money and things. You have enough money to get your teeth implants back in. Good for you. I hope that. I wish you the best in that endeavor. But it was
in your future endeavors.
So we got some very good news this week.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar put out an ad today to announce something very important he's going to be doing in February.
There you go. Give me one more. Ah! Come on. 2 more. Just like that. You ready? Exactly.
He's using one of those football
What the deal,
machines.
Everybody? My name's Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom! I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress too, even if you're watching from home. Let's go. Yay! That's what I'm talking about, man. Now we can get to it for real. Come on, you gotta make sure you catch him with the hands open like that. We running real routes, you gonna be messing up.
Okay, so a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
One, you peep that shot that he took at Drake?
Of course.
There are no round twos.
There are no round twos.
You only get one chance. One chance.
One opportunity.
You gonna let it slip? And he did.
So it's been Twitter has obviously been having a ball with this one.
Yeah.
But there has been some criticism. Lil Wayne's manager tweeted out or put up an Instagram press release.
Lil Wayne's manager? You mean Master P?
No, Lil Wayne's manager also. I just didn't say
okay, got you.
He put out something saying he was confused and all this, and if you're standing by the GOAT, you gotta not let anybody try to take the reins or some bullshit. And then Master P tweeted out that, or he put up it on Instagram, salute to Kendrick Lamar. You have it?
Yes.
Okay. He said, salute to Kendrick Lamar for performing at the halftime show at Super Bowl. What is this? What is that, 26, 25? 50,
No,
55?
it's like 59.
59? I don't remember. I'm really bad at these Roman numerals. Okay. Well deserved. He's one of the highest music artists in the world and has one of the biggest songs right now. As ambassador of entertainment in the city of New Orleans, I have to agree with the fans that Lil Tunechi, Lil Wayne, should be part of the celebration as well. He's one of the greatest hip-hop artists alive, still relevant, and he's a New Orleans native. Let's not miss this cultural moment in the South. Life is too short. We have to give our legends their flowers while they are here. Change starts with us. All
right, so here's the thing, Master P. Lil Wayne, I look, I understand that the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans this year, and you would think that like a New Orleans rapper or artist would be the one to like do the halftime show. Here's the thing. It's Kendrick fucking Lamar. He's been having the best year out of everybody. He beat Drake. He has one of the hottest fucking songs of the summer, which, by the way, hottest. Well, it is the hottest, which unfortunately it's not apparently to Billboard, but we'll get into that at some other point. He has the hottest fucking song of the year, of the summer, of the whole fucking, like, all of this year. Like, Kendrick is on a roll right now. Mm-hmm. He knocked Drake so far out that Drake is in a whole nother genre right now. He's doing, like, house beats and shit. Like, he's dropping 300 and 900 gigabytes worth of unreleased fucking bullshit just to get people to love him now.
And nobody cares.
And no one cares. He's put out, like 9 different songs, and none of them have charted. Like, no one cares. That's how dope of a moment Kendrick Lamar is having, and it only makes sense to capitalize off this by, boom, doing a halftime show for the Super Bowl. This is amazing news. I only say, Master P, that you should just be happy. Be happy for the culture. Be happy that a superior rapper is going to be. What do you think he's going to do?
Not like us, obviously.
He's obviously gonna do not like us.
Obviously.
He's obviously gonna do not. But
all right.
He's gonna
Euphoria, maybe.
No, I don't think he's gonna do Euphoria. I don't think he's gonna do Euphoria. I think he's gonna do his hits. I think he's gonna do Humble.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I think he's gonna do Not Like Us. Mm-hmm. I want to say that he'll do he'll bring I think that was SZA, All the Stars.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, cuz like that song still plays every time I go get coffee at my little coffee shop down the block from my job. Maybe Money
DNA.
Trees. Oh yeah, he's definitely doing DNA for the football, for Super Bowl. He's definitely doing DNA.
I think he might do Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe too. That could be a good one.
Ooh, what if he brought out Future to do Like That?
I would love that, honestly.
Oh my God! You know what he should do? He should bring out all the rappers that hate Drake.
For a little hate train?
For a little hate train!
Yeah,
yes!
I can see that.
ASAP, Metro Boom.
All of them.
Future, Rick Ross.
Now, somebody said, did anybody ask Lil Wayne's lock if he wanted to perform at the Super Bowl, which I thought was hilarious because I haven't seen Lil Wayne say anything. Now maybe there were talks behind the scenes, we don't know, but I personally am like, I don't feel like this is a huge deal.
Yeah, Lil Wayne also has admitted that he doesn't remember the lyrics to some of his older songs. So
that's what all that perk and lean and all that will do to you.
And of course, like, we want you to be able to be like fit and ready to play a Millie, you know?
Yeah. Can you?
I'm a Millie.
Do you have the breath work still? He just was. He did perform at Essence Fest with Juvenile. Like, I think
were they performing or were they just talking on
I feel like they did
podcasting.
No, I feel like they did a set.
Okay,
but to me, like, I know some people were like, "Oh, it's the South. We should have a Southern rapper." But and correct me if I'm wrong, but the last few artists I can think of, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Jay-Z, even Ice Cube. Wait, was Ice or not Ice Cube? Was Snoop playing?
Snoop was a part of that West Coast one with Dr. Dre.
Were they on the West Coast or was it a West Coast?
No, they were in LA.
They were, okay.
Yeah.
Because I
think Kendrick was also a part of that one, wasn't he? Was Kendrick a part of the...
I don't know, maybe.
Listeners, reach out to us. Was Kendrick a part of the West Coast Super Bowl? I'm just trying to think of other
ones that I can remember, and majority of the time, they don't have the person from that area. They just pick whoever is going to be the most, like, profitable, I'm sure, at the time. And also, I think that they don't want Lil Wayne to be out there because they don't want to try to bring out Drake because Jay-Z doesn't like Drake. So yeah. I feel like Jay-Z's just like, sorry, man, you Tunchi, you're trying to bring out Drake, can't have it. But also, everything you said was correct. He has the hottest song. He's one of the best rappers that we have. They're not just going to be like, okay, we're not going to keep bringing you on.
Truly, they not like us. They not like us.
Step your game up, Drake. Step your game up, Tunchi. Now, Juvenile, I want him to bring out Juvenile. That would be great.
That would be cool if he brought out Juvenile. But
Manny Fresh was a DJ.
Oh,
that would be good because Manny Fresh is a great DJ.
Yeah, he is a great DJ.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Kendrick. Please bring out Beyonce for America Has a Problem because y'all could do that little song because he has that remix with her, and that would be amazing. Because America does have
any way to get Beyonce back up on that Super Bowl stage.
All right. So let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a show out called Chaos on Netflix. I have not watched it yet. It's led by what's his name, Jeff Goldblum, and it's a reimagining of modern storytelling of Greek mythology. And one of the lead actresses in the cast, Aurora Perrineau, thank you.
Yeah.
She tweeted out, fun fact, when I was cast in Chaos on Netflix, the mood board was heavily influenced by Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Mercutio was prominent on the board. It wasn't until partway through filming that the creators found out he is my dad. And I just want to say, blankly, how? How could you not know that this is his daughter?
I was wondering about that. Like, do you think that she just didn't... It's a very unique last name. Do you think that they just, like... She didn't give them her last name when she auditioned for the role?
She had it. I mean, she responded
to a bunch of questions in the comments.
And she was talking about how her being a mixed race black woman impacts sometimes how people see her because they'll be like, oh, well, her dad's dark. How could she possibly that be his daughter? Sometimes they think her dad looks too young for his age for kids. I mean, personally, I would think that is such a unique last name. There's no way. Also, he talks about his daughter a lot. And also,
yeah, he really does.
Look up your cast?
Also, is
that not something that you should? I feel like you should look them up to make sure they're at least not talk about like, oh, because you need to know who they are, but like you need to make sure they're not going to get your show into any trouble.
Also, like, last week, we had, this is the corrections department. It was the Aurora Borealis. That is the name of the Northern Lights.
Yes. What did we call them?
or Borealis or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyhow, and I only thought about that because her name is Aurora, which is a really pretty name for a daughter or a person.
I think it's beautiful. But that just made me laugh because I just think about, like, how is it possible that you wouldn't know that the main person, but also shout out to your father. For one, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet is one of my favorite movies. And Mercutio...
Of course it is.
Of course it is. And it has one of my favorite songs in there by Desiree, like Kissing You.
It's like camp. That's camp, right?
Yeah, it's very campy.
Yeah.
But Mercutio stole the show. And I've always loved Romeo and Juliet, the play. I watched the old movie. We did the plays in school, read it, all the... what is it called? What is it? Extrapolation or exposition or just going through it. And this one, honestly, the best one. I have not seen one better than this in adaptation form or like a modern retelling. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, the day when you're in English class and they're like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie after you're reading the book, and it's this one. Perfection. Peak Leonardo DiCaprio. Claire Danes is in it. What's his name? The John Leguizamo. And,
John Leguizamo's in it. Yeah, that's right.
So many 90s movies are like when you see these actors now, the movies they played in the 90s, you'll be like, wow, these really are actors because of the range they have. Because, like, thinking about Harold Perrineau. Am I saying it right?
Harold Perrineau.
Perrineau.
Yeah.
Oz. Romeo and Juliet. He was in this movie with Alec Baldwin and I think, was it Sean Connery or Anthony Hopkins where there was a bear? Damn it. It was a good movie, but I remember...
What are you talking about?
It was... I'm going to find it.
He was in Cocaine Bear?
No, this was an old movie.
Okay. Well, he was in Best Man.
Oh, of course. That's a classic.
And the Matrix Reloaded, the Matrix Revolution, as well as Lost, which I
right. The Edge, that's what it was called.
The Edge.
Yeah. But shout out to you, Aurora. Shout out to your father, Harold. I'm glad to have more Black Hollywood continuing through the generations. And I also want to watch Chaos, because I love Greek mythology.
Sure. It seems like it would be an interesting watch.
Yeah, and Jeff Goldblum, you know.
I'll tell you this after the podcast. But did you know that 24 is on Hulu?
I did not.
Okay, I might want to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I haven't.
I want to see if it's as like
I never finished watching it.
I think it is.
It probably is.
It probably does not hold up that well. Anyhow, next.
And more TV news or film actor news. Kathy Bates is starring in this new legal drama, Matlock, on CBS, which is, a retelling of the original Matlock.
I thought it was gonna be like she is Matlock's daughter.
Well, it says that the remake of the late 80s original, which starred Andy Griffith, follows a brilliant attorney's return to a prestigious law firm after having achieved success in her younger years. There will be Jason Ritter's in it, Sky P. Marshall, and Beau Bridges. Now, she said that she is going to be retiring after the show. Mm-hmm. And in a badass freaking quote that she said about retiring, she was talking about acting, and she said, it's become my life. Sometimes I get jealous of having this talent because I can't hold it back, and I just want my life. And I'm like, if you don't talk your fucking shit, Kathy Bates,
speak your shit. Go on.
Go off, girl. Because I love Kathy Bates.
Where's the lie?
She's been in so many movies and shows that I love. Misery, of course, is one of her biggest films. What was the one? Dolores Claiborne is I feel like an underrated film of hers from the 90s, where she plays a woman who I believe is alleged to have murdered her husband. That was around the same time as Misery. But one show that I really loved that she did was called Disjointed, where she played the owner of a cannabis.
Yes, I remember.
And it was super cute. It only had like 1 or 2 seasons. But I mean, she's been a great actress all my life.
Who the hell was Kathy Bates in Titanic?
She was the woman that had the new wealth.
Oh.
That was like was always putting it to Rose's mom.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
She's of course American Horror Story.
The Office.
She's been in so many things.
Yeah. Bad Santa too.
She's a great actress. So
yes,
she deserves
to
be able to enjoy her time, enjoy her money. Apparently, she said last year she was doing on a film shoot, and it kind of soured the experience for her. And I think since then she's just like, you know what, I'm all right. I don't need to do this.
She has enough money. She has enough residuals coming in. Like she's still making money off of Misery, probably.
I'm sure she probably, and all the other stuff that she's done. Let me see how old she is. I think she's probably about 78, 76. So yeah, she's tired. She's tired of holding up all these shows on her back. Let her get some rest.
Oh, okay, yeah. It just says when she's born. I thought it would give the age.
Oh yeah, I went on Wikipedia. Had it.
Okay, cool.
She was born in 48. That's a long ass time.
Yeah, that is a long ass time. You've been out here. And now you deserve to get some rest. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy Bates.
A drink to you, Kathy.
Whew.
Do you want to do a quick things that made us mad and what made us happy?
Sure. Let's make it as quick as possible.
All right.
So this is the thing that made us mad.
Bring it. What?
All right, what's made you mad this week?
Getting my fucking head kicked in my knees. That shit is annoying and it hurts. And I get it. You're a tall motherfucker, but like, come on, be cognizant. Like, just fucking be cognizant. That's all I am saying. Also, this is not necessarily making me mad, but I do want to give out a bit of a warning. I think when people are like super into the idea of being in a relationship or getting into a relationship, that they will put blinders on and make concessions and like they'll move a little goofily. And so this is just a reminder that if you're starting something new, I'm talking like first, second, third dates or something like that, like be cautiously optimistic is all I'm saying. Like be cautiously optimistic because you might just see flags here and there, but everything, when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, all of the red flags just look like flags.
Yeah. I know, like, my mom, she used to say when I was younger, and something I think holds true, in the first 3 months, people will start, taking their mask down a little bit, but by 6 months, you usually, get to see who they really are, and that's very telling, and that's, how you can see how you want to proceed in the relationship, because, when people meet you, they want to give you their best selves.
Sure.
And for some folks, it's hard to keep that up. And also, just in general, being human, you can't always keep that up. And it's like you have to be okay with those person's flaws. So you can't just, in my opinion, jump into things because it's a lot.
Yeah. Agreed.
And did you want to talk about the Not Like Us not getting on the Billboard or?
I'll do this quickly. Billboard, you said that the song of the summer was some Post Malone bullshit, and you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Not Like Us is supposed to be is the song of the summer. I was listening to that played at weddings and clubs and children's birthday parties. Like they're not even singing Sexy Red anymore. They're singing Not Like Us. Okay, which is a great upgrade from them being like, hands on your knees. Like, ridiculous. Billboard, you need to get your shit together. All right, that's...
I'm not even sure what this...
Post Malone song is?
Is it I Need Some Help?
I have no idea.
Let's go on Billboard. Post Malone track, Song of the Summer.
I had some help. Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, the racist guy? Isn't Morgan Wallen the one that got in trouble for using the N-word or something, and stuff was getting canceled? And Shabuzi, love you, you're on Beyonce's album, you're Nigerian as well, but I don't believe a bar song is more important than Not Like Us. There's no reason why he should be number 3.
Yeah, it makes no sense that he's number 3.
But all right,
that's it for me.
So, what pissing me off this week, Nanmo. If you don't know, Nanmo, they host every November. It's National Writing Month, and it's supposed to help you be able to create whatever your writing objectives are for that month. They have who's going to get to this many words, that many words, that. They put out a statement in regards to AI, because obviously if you're a creator, AI is a big deal right now, and especially when it comes to work that could be taken of yours from online and repurposed by somebody else through the AI. And they wrote, Nanmo does not explicitly support any specific approach to writing, nor does it explicitly condemn any approach, including the use of AI. NaNoWriMo's mission is to provide the structured community encouragement to help people use their voices, achieve creative goals, and build new worlds on and off the page. We fulfill our mission by supporting the humans doing the writing. They have a related post on non-discrimination with respect to approaches to creativity, writers' resources, and personal choice. I'm really not sure how that works with AI. But someone online, Stegosaurus Rex, at Diane the writer, broke it down and said the official position seems to be that it's ableist and classist to not support AI in writing. And I got alerted to this tweet because Daniel Jose Older, who's, a New York Times bestselling writer, he is on the board of NaNoWriMo, and he tweeted, "This is me officially stepping down from your writers board and urging every writer I know to do the same. Never use my name in your promo again. In fact, never say my name at all, and never email me again. Thanks." Because the thing about with using AI, it's like, when you're on the website for the thing, you could upload your writing. If they're going to be possibly allowing AI to scrape your writing and then someone else is using it, that is not helpful, nor is that creative. There's a difference between you're writing something and then you put it through to read this and make sure it's correct or whatever. Hey, stop it. Versus having your copy content in there that someone can just steal from you at any point. So I'm like, AI is never being used for things we actually need. All of these updates for things are usually baseless or something that people think is going to be used to help, when in reality it's not, because it's still really stupid, and we see that every day. That's it.
Okay.
And do you want to do a quick little...
Yes. What made us happy?
I'm the baby merchant. Tots are us.
All right. What made you happy this week?
Did I send you a video of this Barbershop Books?
It was just the
picture
article. I don't have anything of it. It was just the article.
Oh, okay, cool. So there is a community.
I have a banner.
Sure, please put the banner up. there's a community-based literacy program called Barbershop Books that wants to create a future where all children identify as readers, and its mission is to inspire young Black boys to read, not because they have to, but because they want to. And they said that they are going to have barbershops participating in the program, offering child-friendly bookshelves for the kids to choose from. One of the founder, Alvin Irby, said many Black boys find themselves in under-resourced schools with ill-prepared teachers. They don't teach themselves to read, yet they're on the receiving end of our society's lack of investment and focus. So this made me happy. One, because, I love reading.
Yes.
I love books. Reading is extremely important for your own development and just being able to think critically, be imaginative, et cetera, et cetera. So you need to be able to have those resources. And if you're a child who's not into reading, it's not just that you're not into reading, it's that you're not given things that are of interest to you. Mm-hmm. And I know that now compared to when we were younger, there's so many books about children of all across the board. In any kind of demographic, you'll find a book. And we need to make sure that our kids are having these so that they can be starting off in a good foot and knowing that books show you what's possible for yourself. And I think that's important. I think it's just really sweet because the same way little Black girls might spend a bunch of time in the salon, little Black boys are going to be spending a bunch of time in the barbershop. And these are much better barbershop stories for them to be engaged in than the general adult conversation.
Sure.
So
agreed.
That made me happy.
All right. That's good to hear. And then
and of course Usher. And, of course, doing this podcast with you.
Yes.
And, of course, going to seeing all of my various friends that I haven't gotten to see in a while. Because my community builds me up and lifts me up whenever I'm down. So.
Sure. Doing this podcast with you, going to see Usher was fantastic. I'm also looking forward to this next week because we have... 2 back-to-back parties that we're going to, which normally I'm not the party type, but it's for one of my friends' birthdays and it's gonna be karaoke, so that should be fun.
Did I tell you that she asked me to host some games?
Host some games? What do you mean?
Host games while we're there.
She asked you to do that?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after this. But that's everything that's making me happy. Thank y'all for watching the podcast. As always, we will be back next week with more of this whole thing. And if that's everything, that's everything. Y'all take it easy, keep it sleazy. Oh, let me just put that overlay back on and let me just move out of pop topics. Take it easy, keep it sleazy, and we'll be back next week with more of this. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like to contact the podcast, you can reach us via email at blackandsnerdypodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at Black and Snurdy Podcast, as well as on Twitter at Black and Snurdy. You can find me, Maurice, on all social media under the handle Licorish is Legit. That's LICORISH is legit.
And you can find me on Instagram. It's that's OD, THATSOD.E. And on Twitter, THATSOD_E. And don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to us. Tune in next time to the Black and Snurdy Podcast, where nerds of a feather flock together.
Remember?
Bye.
Boy.
Not yet.
No, this is keeping it. We're keeping this in. Don't forget to take your meds and your subs and drink water. Bye.
Bye.
I actually want to keep that.